videos are going to seem kind of confusing just because I film other things first, but I want to get this one up because I kind of have a few things to say on the topic. So starting with the outside as usual, this PVC pipe is for a fogger. The fogger comes on twice a day for a minute. There are 7 total 2-inch vents, so it's 6 cross, 1 here, and then there is a fan at the back. The bin size is either a 50 or 60 quart. That's the plant light. I believe these stay on for 6 hours a day. I do keep the majority of my setups planted just because I'm kind of focusing on soil health right now. All right, so there is the fan. Also, if you see a fungus net, no you didn't. I made a mistake with some soil where I did not let it dry out. I've learned the hard way to let soil dry out before using it. But this time I forgot, so it's been fun, a nightmare. This bin is not really planted as much as I usually like. I believe what happened is I moved my bees over from a different setup, and it was kind of like last minute, so I only have one, unfortunately. So coming here, this is the moist side with some spag. You can kind of see one out right there. I'll say I kind of set up some of my bins the opposite way of how I normally do. So what I would do, you can see food here. I usually don't like to put food on the moist side, but if the moist end is facing out to where, like the side of the shelf where I'm at, then I'll put food on a dry leaf or something, because this is how I check on my animals daily without having to open up the bin. So it is what it is. It doesn't really cause too many problems. And then here you can see some sticks. I just went and got more lichen, so I'm gonna have to put it in here after it's done soaking. I'm kind of out of absolutely everything. So bees don't really climb as much as other Ardentiella. They just don't. I focus on watching behavior of all of them, because then when something changes, I'm aware. Like if their behavior changes, you know, it tells me, is it too moist? Is it too dry? Or what? So if they begin to climb a lot more often, I know I've probably got it too wet. Then you can see some moss. It's a lot of varieties of moss. Some have dead and has been here forever, but I keep it because they really like to be able to climb and hide inside. And then you can kind of see a lotus pod with a few in. They're really cute. I'm about to do a bin split here soon. I just like backup bins because sometimes stuff just goes wrong for no good reason. I haven't had that issue with bees, but just in case. And then as far as leaves, I use maple leaves a lot for like a base, because they break down pretty quickly. And you can't really see any, but it is rotwood. And then over here is kind of like the dry end with a lot more leaves, a lot more climbing. Even when the lichen is gone, I still kind of keep the sticks so they can still climb even when I add more. I always say to put a lot of different bark and stuff to hide in. So I try to do, as you can see one, over here, I tried to do some on the moist side. I use the magnolia for hiding spots too, because it doesn't break down very well or quick. You can see some rotwood right there. So keep hiding spots on the moist side, on the middle, and on the back, so they always have somewhere to be, depending on, you know, how moist they want it or not. And I think I do like half or 3/4 moist. That's pretty much I'm not going to open it, and I'm going to upload different videos, but I want to show this. What I do, someone else might do. There's not one answer. As I always say, we can all get to the same end result in many different ways, but as time goes on, I am learning what they need or don't need. This is a 27 quart. I use a good amount of soil so then it holds moisture well. There is no fogger here. There is no fan here. This is a Scarlet backup bin, and it's doing just fine. I think as time goes on, I am likely to somewhat downsize and probably take out all of my fans to save on my Wi-Fi bill is outrageous since they're on timers. And probably take out the foggers because it's just not necessary. I'm starting to see. And I want to be careful with that because some like blisters or pink Lambo, which are far harder to deal with, yeah, I don't know that I would be so quick to remove stuff, but for most of them it seems fine. And one last thing, this was made very haphazardly, so do not judge me. My plants are on their last leg here. It probably just ran away. Yep, it did. This is a backup for my Phoenix. You can see some sticks, a random leaf standing up. This is a 10-gallon tank. So there's no fan, there's no fogger, there's no mister, and they're still doing well. So the purpose of this video is just to show that we can all give tips on what they need. I know sometimes people want like one answer that makes it the best, but there is no one answer. If someone says something different from me, I'm not wrong. They're not wrong. It's just a million different ways. So I always say certain stuff may be beneficial, but necessary, no. Let me know if you have any questions.
I walk in the room and the air feels warm. Soft light following me like a quiet storm. Didn't always love myself the way I do now.